mean, I was sweating bullets. Like, I had to fight. I had to do push-ups. Like, I had to do push-ups, like 40 push-ups a night.
She was like, "Are you serious? You want me to do push-ups?"
I was like, "Are you serious?
Every day.
You need me to do push-ups?" And he's like, "Yep, I want you to do push-ups. I want you to do everything. Do some running. I want some cardio." I'm like,
He was like a 24-hour fitness right
yes,
there.
and I was like, okay, I got this. But all jokes aside, you know, it was a really, really good experience, and I was in awe of how much what he does. You know, just looking at all the equipment, looking at how everyone's involved, and you know, it takes passion, it takes a team. Teamwork really does make the dream work. And you know, it was. I really can't say much. It was just so I was really speechless. Like, it really, truly was like a humbling experience, being able to finally show what my songs are, but in visual effect. So it was really. I have no words, guys. I was speechless. Like, it was really good, super good.
Yeah, I will say there was a moment for us where she was ready to go all night. It was 5 a.m. and she's still ready to go, right? Switching the different outfits.
I was ready to do the next scene.
She's ready to do the next scene, makeup being done. It's 5 a.m. She's still ready to go. We're setting up for the next scene, and just unfortunate situations where someone took the outfit that she was supposed to wear in the video, which was the whole thing, was to have the outfit. Now, it wasn't funny then, but it's funny now. And so those are kind of things that just took place, that just happened. She was ready to go, and we were all set up, lights were all good and everything, and she just came out just
down for an all-nighter.
They took my outfit I don't have, and I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I don't have. I said, that's okay.
And I just feel like she's not the type of woman you want to make mad. You know what I mean? Like, she will knock you out. Like, I feel like the 40 push-ups she was doing, you were conditioning her.
I think she was probably more mad at the fact that she's already here at 5 in the morning. Let's just get this over with. And now she's got to come back and do it again.
In-N-Out was closed.
So that was an interesting moment. That just, you know, those kind of things happen on sets, and you got to be ready for that kind of stuff, and ended up working out for the better.
You know what? I think listening to you, and I know we're injecting humor into this and all that, but in all seriousness, what I love, I think, about you and your craft, and what I love about you and your craft is that it's incredible how you have this idea, how you have this passion, how you have this dream, how you have this desire, you're going after it, and it's just so incredible that you have the gifting and the ability and the talent to come in and take what is in here and take what is in here, and you have the ability to put it up there. You have the ability to tell stories in a way that we want to portray the stories, but you just do it in such a way that I just don't know how you do it, man. I'm blown away, and I think both of you individually and collectively are so gifted and talented and so excited at what God is doing in both of your lives and in what we're getting ready to see. Would you give them a round of applause? Did anyone have a question? Was there any questions? That's okay if we did it. Yeah, we have one. Yes, my man. With a question. Who had a question?
How long did it take to do this?
How long did it take us to make the video?
Great question.
It took us. We did the whole thing in two nights.
Yeah.
They were done from probably around. Well, no, let me take that back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It took you 2 nights. We were there from 9 a.m. till 5 a.m. So that was for the first night. The second night we were there from 6 p.m. till, again, I think 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 full days, I guess you'd say, of just filming. The editing probably took about 2 weeks straight, just straight up editing.
How many hours editing?
Straight. like I haven't slept yet, bro. No, it's a lot of hours that go into it, and really, because you're really trying to perfect every shot. Again, it's one of those things you've never done before. There's certain things I've never done a fight scene like this before. So trying to perfect that, and you know, you go through all night and it's like a one-time deal. You get what you get, and you got to make the magic sometimes. There were a lot of things we had planned that we just couldn't do time for, and but 100% happy with it. And yeah, so that's how long it took. It takes quite a bit of hours to pull something like that off.
Wow. Any other questions? Yes, my man in the back, Ty.
When you guys were on the set, did you guys ever go off script at one point?
We had a storyboard.
Yeah, we had a story.
We storyboarded the whole process. You know, you as an artist, you find stuff when you're on set that you didn't think about when you were planning it out, and so you're like, oh my gosh, just what did we do? We at one point there was dead time, and we just had Ralph just said, just go, just start singing, because we seen the way the smoke was coming out. Just go, and so everyone just waited and let her go. And
you just gotta get into character.
As sometimes you just gotta be ready. So yes, to say did we go off script, I think you're not doing a project right if you go exactly by on script, because magic happens as organic as it is. So yeah, there was a lot of that. There was also some things that were missed because you're so overwhelmed. It's exciting. You're pumped up. I had all my buddies on this. You have all your friends on set. Nobody's getting paid, so everyone's just having a great time. And the only one that's sweating it is me, because it's my budget and my time and the tweaks that put in before that. So yeah, we went off script. I don't think I ever want to do one where I'm not doing it off script. I will have a plan though. We storyboard every time, so we will plan out. We planned out weeks in advance before we went out, so that which you will see. So yeah.
Awesome. That was a great question. Any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, a little two-part question. Was there anything that you couldn't put in there that you wanted to maybe? And how are we able to maybe share with our friends and family if you wanted to?
Is there anything in there that you wanted in there that we didn't?
You know what? I think we hit everything on the dot. I think it describes, unless there,
Yeah, there's one thing we did.
Yeah.
We wanted to do. Well, I don't know if I'm giving too much away. We wanted to do multiple characters for her.
Yeah, but
And it got a little too. We were going like crazy. We were like making her be everybody. We could have done the video with her doing everybody, but there was no time for it. So then we had to scratch that. And but it worked out
it
for the
worked
best.
out really good.
Organically, it just didn't. As I took it back, I said, you know what, pushing that in there was a little forced. So it worked out where we didn't do. And then the second question was,
how do we share with our friends and family and stuff like that?
yeah, we're gonna do a launch online for another big push. Again, using every part of the buffalo. This is one of that concept I learned, and I will keep using that because I will milk this thing as much as we can because it's such a good product for me. It's such a lot of heart for her, and yeah, we will push it hard every time. So yeah.
It's a great question.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Is there another question? Yes. Amen.
This is a question for both Artie and Giovanna. During the process of making the song, writing the script, working on set, even in post-production, were there times where it felt like God's not going to use this? Or times that you were doubting, or times where you felt like this won't, who's going to care about my story? Or who's gonna pay attention to what God's doing? Like, God's not popular. Like, was anything doubting you and making you feel like this wasn't gonna work, or something was bringing you down and you kind of worked through it, or something like that?
That's a really awesome question. Before I made this song in the year of 2014. So it was a wild song, but I always pray, and I always gotta open that Bible before I start writing, just so I know, what the purpose is. And the thing is, I never had a doubt, and to be honest, I never had that doubt in my mind. My thing was, what, God, use this for your glory. If people want to dance to it, use it for your glory. One day they'll hear the lyrics, one day they won't. But God's word never fades away. His word endures forever. So I believe, no matter what, it's gonna get through their head, whether it comes on one ear out the other. It's always going to stay there because that's just how God rolls. So that's a really good question.
I want to add to that too, and the part to that is the doubt is never for me as an artist that it's not there. Christ is following it. The story is so good. The meaning behind it is so good. But when you have passion like she does, and she's driving you, and you have passion as much as I feel I have, you're not doing it with the fear of anything. I'm doing it because I see a bigger picture. So I'm doing it not thinking if we would have done, I didn't think about this event when I did that video. We didn't think that this was going to happen out of it. I was doing it because it was challenging, it was something to do as an artist. I was going to push myself and grow. And there was no doubt. I'm okay with a failure because if it fails, we still would have learned so much that the next time I get another Giovanna or we do another video together, it will be better. So you got to go into as an artist and any filmmaker, artist, singer, when you do those things, you're not doing it with a failure. You're doing it because you're passionate about it, because it makes you love it. That's the beauty about art. There's nothing wrong with it. It's art for you. And that's why we have a lot of weird art, because there's just people doing what they feel they do. They don't do it for other people. They do it for themselves in bigger purpose. So, yeah, there wasn't really a lot of fear, I don't think, going into it.
That's a great question. So was there one more question in the back? Yes, you in the back.
How come you guys shot in the movie at night, not in the day?
why did we shoot at night and not in the day? Is that the question?
Yeah.
That's my niece.
That's a good question.
Right on cue, Mama. We shot at night because when you have it at light and daylight, it creates the ambiance completely different. In filmmaking, lighting is everything. And so we wanted to have this intimate and, gosh, I'm giving so much away right now. But it's not so it's really a secret, but the idea was we wanted to use the car lights as the ring. And so you can't do that during the day.
We wanted a
Certain look. So when you have that look that you storyboard out, you plan, you make the lighting to be what you want it, and it's the easiest thing to have control when you have the light to control it. And if you have daylight coming in, it's all no control. So yeah, there was strategy behind it, and it worked out. Oh, and let me add to the reason why we did it at night is because we didn't have to pay to use the garage at night because nobody else was using it. So, and we filmed this at Water of Life Community Church, by the way. So they opened up their garage to let us use it and had full range and did whatever we wanted, and it was awesome. So that's unreal to have a set that size and to be able to use that, and it was perfect.
That was incredible. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Would you give him a round of applause?